We got another special episode, another interview episode with Lucas from DC Irons. What's going on, Lucas?
Nothing much, man. It's been a good weekend. We've got 2 West Ham games in 1 week.
Yeah.
Can't ask for nothing more,
Awesome, man.
Just counting down the days till first game.
Ditto. And Wayne is my co-host tonight since Lee had to go to Maine to go visit Gingerbread, I think.
Wayne, it's Nigel.
Oh, Nigel, that's right. Hey,
like and subscribe right now.
all right, thank you, man. So yeah, listen to Chef Chicharito. That's Chef Chicharito, by the way.
Buy some shirts.
Oh yeah, and scarves.
And scarves.
All right, cool. So yeah, we're pre-ordering. I'm sorry, the pre-order for scarves is now up. We had some voting last week about 10 different designs that we had chosen, and we narrowed it down to 3. And then the people answered and picked number 3. So that's going to be the first design that we do. We're going to make 50 of the scarves. We've already sold 10 in the first 24 hours. So 10 out of 50 are already gone.
Oh.
There's 40 more left. We need to make sure that, if you really want one, you guys voted for it. So grab one. All right. So go to our website, which is AmericanHammersTV.us, and buy away, because once they're sold out, the second place scarf from the voting that'll be our next design that we order, and we'll do 50 of those, and we'll just keep on doing that. Also, we got t-shirts, bonfire.com/AHTV-2, which I thought was done with, but somebody went and bought another one, and it restarted the whole ordering process, so it's alive again. If you want one of those designs that say American Hammers TV on it, and with West Ham United supporters, Overland and Sea on the back, go for it. We also have a new design, a third design, bonfire.com/AHTVOLAS. That's all it says in the shirt, literally, AHTVOLAS. So, I don't know. It's different, but buy it. So 20% of the
scarf.
The scarf's awesome. Now, the T-shirts, 20% goes to 2 different charities. I don't like my camera. It's like zoomed. Anyway. Hey! Oh, there's the scarf. Hey, pre-order now. That's fantastic.
It's a damn good scarf.
That's a damn good scarf, man. Yeah, So do it up. Worldwide shipping available, etc. Just like our T-shirts, worldwide shipping available and all that good stuff. So make it happen. And I got to mention our good friend from Plano, Texas. Drinkwaredesign.com. They make these awesome mugs. These have our logo on it. You can have our logo on it. You can have
Dallas Hammers logo on it.
Or flip it around.
He says not to show this one.
Did he? Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
I got that one. He said you're going to get me into trouble for putting that logo on it, but
well, yeah. What if it was backwards? Would it be?
It was. I told him to take the Thames Ironworks out of the irons. I said then it's not copyright.
Yeah. So let's do that. Also, just do want to mention there's a new show in the family of American Hammers TV or American Hammers, etc. There's a new podcast coming out, and Wayne can speak about that real quick before we get into the interview with Lucas.
Yeah. Actually, it's me and 2 of my mates from the Dallas Hammers. We've launched something called West Ham is Why We Drink.
It's a brilliant name.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. So follow us on Twitter. You can search us by looking for West Ham Drunks, because that's us. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different from the usual podcast stuff out there. We've got some games and some fun debates. We're doing a Brit Yank mass debate, and we're doing some other fun things. Not your usual run of the mill type of podcast. Of course, it's West Ham based, and we're going to have some fun things like some hangover cures, of course, because it's a drink based podcast as well as West Ham. And we're really excited about it. We're going to be releasing our first podcast mid next week after the Manchester City match. We were recording a little promo today, but let's just say that the reason why we drink is because we spill things all the time, and it got on some equipment and we kind of ruined it.
Now, be careful with the mass debate because Hammers Chat, our good friends over there, were doing that.
Yeah, but we're doing an Anglo-British mass debate.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, Charlie's in the chat room. That's why the only reason why I said that.
And ours is a little bit of a competition, so it's a different slant to it. I don't want to let you know any more about it. You're going to have to tune in and find out more about it.
Yes. And also there's a few other podcasts in the works on the American Hammers network of things. Nothing like the other podcasts that are out there, really. So there's room for everyone out there, really. It's just that there's been a lot of people asking me, when are we going to start doing podcasts? And I kept saying, well, there already is Green Street and American West Ham podcasts. But they're like, okay, well, that's only twice a week. And sometimes every couple of weeks, there's a massive void for American West Ham podcasts. So we're like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right. And also Tuesday night, when you want to pull this up, Tuesday night, I don't know what Scott's doing. Scott's going away for a couple of weeks, so he might not be doing the Monday shows. But Tuesday, show, Fantasy Premier League show. Yeah. So if you haven't joined our Fantasy Premier League yet, do so. The code is DGEPPS, like DG Epps, like Mike Epps and all those other Epps dudes that are out there, Omar Epps and all those good people. It's DG Epps, like David Gold Epps. Think about that one. Yeah, we got about 150 people in the league, which is awesome. There you go, dude. That's the code right there.
What can I say? I'm a good producer.
Holy shit. That's the code to get into our league. There will be prizes at the end of the season, just so you know. There'll be some American Hammers care packages, per se, like fancy mugs, scarves, t-shirts, all that other good stuff to the winner. Only the winner. So join in. There's a shitload of people, so make sure you're one of the top. But it's going to be fun because we're going to be inviting a lot of people from the league onto our Tuesday night show. Different people every single week joining Alex from Mississippi Hammers to shoot the shit all things Fantasy Premier League. So anyway, enough of that. Lucas. Oh, Jesus. Lucas, how on earth did you become a West Ham fan?
All right. So I would like to think in America, I'm like a dying breed of younger West Ham fans. I'm only 24, so I've been into.
I've got underwear older than that, Lucas.
So I've been around soccer like almost my whole life. My sister played soccer like in high school. I didn't really like care for that when she was playing. I didn't really start appreciating soccer until about like 2014-15, and then like a year before that, how I really got into it was I'd watch this one YouTuber. His name, you guys probably know him, Spencer FC.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was like watching him. I was maybe 19, 20, some at the time. I can't remember. But I was watching his videos. He would do West Ham videos on FIFA, and then he would do stuff for like Copa 90 and just how he would talk about them, like behind the scenes and everything. I just like, there was something that just clicked, and I was like, I really, really like this team. And I'm happy it happened because I can't think of like any other BPL team that like I would like. To be honest with you, I hate like 80% of the teams in the BPL. Like if you're a top 6 team, I hate you.
I'm all about that.
Because
except for this year, of course, because we're going to be a top 6 team.
Yes, except for us, obviously. But I got a lot of friends that like they're like, what the hell? Like, why do you support West Ham? Like that's just so weird. And I'm like, I like to go against. First off, I like to go against the grain. I like to be different. Yeah. But there was just something about West Ham that really clicked. And so far, I have been spoiled with. I wouldn't say spoiled, but like, I mean, when I first started watching, I was like 2 years into being a fan when Dimitri Payet came in. And then when all that happened, that was just like cementing my passion and my love.
Yeah.
That was a special season. 2015-16 was definitely a special season, regardless of what your thoughts are about him afterwards. I mean, I right now, it's like, it's water under the bridge. He did what he did, whatever. You can't take away the fact. That was
the best season, like, in my West Ham fan career. I mean, that that was the most exciting season, and everything that he did, man. I will never ever forget that. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, and hopefully Allaire or maybe Fornals or someone else can step in, or maybe even Anderson might even get into a rhythm.
It'll happen again. It'll happen.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
I have very, very. I wouldn't say high, but like I'm super excited for this year. Like Allaire is something else, man.
Yeah,
he's something else.
Yeah,
and like I don't take preseason serious at all because like I watch American football too, and when I watch that, I'm like, how can you even take this serious or even watch it in general? It's just people. You're just getting your legs, getting your fitness, and I think people are being a little too harsh right now.
Okay, so here's a question for you, Lucas. Did you watch the Betway Cup match on Saturday?
I did.
Okay, did you see that sneaky little like that assist from Fornals with the bicycle kick assist? Do you think that was a bicycle kick where he was going for the goal and totally screwed it up, or do you think it was actually an assist that he was trying to give to Lanzini?
You know, I want to give him the credit for the assist, but you know, you just don't do that. You just don't do that for a pass.
I've never seen a bicycle kick assist in my life.
Me neither.
That was Fornals.
Yeah, that's it. Did I say Allaire?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
right?
I meant Fornals. Yeah, Fornals.
Allaire put it into Fornals, who then put it in. Yeah. Yeah, me all.
I mean, I got goosebumps when I saw that. I was like, oh my God.
That was beautiful.
Seriously.
Beautiful. Even the pass to Wilshire, man. You know,
oh my
for that
God.
assist. That was brilliant. Yeah, so someone's calling me a secret Palace fan in the chat room.
That was Gabe.
That was Gabe. Why? Was it because of James Tompkins?
Drink.
Tompkins?
Oh, my mom got me a Dimitri Payet, one of those for Christmas, and it didn't go well after that year.
You know what's fucked up? Listen, I ordered this
too.
Well, that's not bad, man. Come on. I mean, he that was a period in time that we can never forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this thing, man, I thought it was a fucking bobblehead. I didn't know what a soccer star was. I seriously was like, I got this in the mail. I'm like, it came from China, obviously, and I'm like, those sons of bitches. They're false advertising. I thought it was the picture was huge. I thought it was going to be a giant bobblehead, and I got this tiny little Tompkins. But whatever. Drink. Oh God. Anyway, so how'd you hook up with the DC Irons, man?
So I was, to be honest with you, I've been on Twitter for a pretty long time, since high school, so like 2012, and I was just doing my due diligence on Twitter, just my mischievousness, whatever, and I came across him. I can't remember how I did, but I just saw it, or I might have been looking for some sort of place to at least watch, because so I live in Maryland, south of Annapolis, so it's only where I live, it's only 35-40 minutes from DC. Right. So it's not that bad of a drive to go watch with the lads and all that. But I just saw them on Twitter. I didn't even contact or anything. I just pulled up into the pub, just a Lone Ranger, and they welcomed me in with open arms.
Yeah.
I want to do the sound effects now. Hi ho!
It was
Silver.
That's
very cool. So who were some of the people that were there?
So
the first time you showed up,
I think the first time I showed up, we actually had, I want to say we don't have the big. I wouldn't say we have the biggest group. I think we have one of the bigger groups, but I think there was probably about 8 or 10. Usually every match will get about anywhere from 6 to sometimes 15. I would say a good average is 8.
That's solid. That's a solid number. I mean, it doesn't sound like that in the grand scheme of things, but
in person
for supporters clubs, yeah. I mean, that's if you have 3, that's fine.
Especially West Ham,
yeah, 3 is a group. You know what I mean? Anything 3 or more is a group, and then you can grow from there depending on how serious the group is about it. Just brand your social media, keep wearing your shirts around town or different soccer matches. If you guys have a big team over there, like you guys have DC United, I mean, just instead of wearing DC United shit, wear West Ham stuff, and then other people will be like, oh, West Ham, and then hey, we can meet up at the blah 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 blah. And anyway, it's 8 to 10 it's a decent number because you have the larger groups, the Dallas Hammers, the Fresno Irons, the Los Angeles group, who actually has 2 groups within it. And then Mile High, they get at least 10 every single time, and there's large groups like St. Louis from time to time will average about 8 to 10, but I don't know. That's a good solid number to have as a base, and then grow from there.
Yeah, it is, and I don't think there's that many like big chapters when it comes to our supporters clubs, because it's like obviously we're West Ham, we're not like the biggest compared to everyone else, but I like keeping it at a nice like 8 to 15, or even like in the supporter chapter in general. Like if you have, let's say, less than 30 people, like you most likely know every single person, which I really enjoy. I love the hell out of our guys that we watch with. We will fight. Well, we're a very opinionated group too, which is hilarious, especially Kostya.
Kostya's very.
Yeah, I can imagine Kostya. I'd like to smack him in the teeth a couple of times I've chatted with him, for definite.
Trust me. Yeah, you would, but
he's stubborn.
I love the guy.
Me too, but he's
We're all a big family at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that everywhere. I mean, everybody's got that guy. Those guys. I mean, everybody. Or girls. I mean, there's plenty of girls out there too that are in these groups as well. Now we're noticing, which is kind of cool.
We have a ton of women in our Dallas Hammers group, and I got to tell you is that they know just as much about West Ham as anybody else in the group.
Oh, yeah.
They really do, and we love having them in the group, and they're very supportive, and they sing the songs. And it's funny when we were talking the other day about who we were going to get to help out with the West Ham is Why We Drink podcast. And we were seriously thinking, let's pull a couple of the girls into it. So, because they really know their stuff. They really do know their stuff.
Well, that's the thing. So, there's someone from Kansas City who ends up, they watch our show. I think her name is PJ Miller.
Yeah.
She'll be in the chat room quite a bit. She's like one of the, the mother hens, I guess you'd say, of the Kansas City group. Who's not really a group, but at the same time, when they do get together, like maybe, not every single match, but she knows her stuff. Same thing with Gina out in Colorado. It's kind of like no matter who it is, everybody's welcome. That's the best part about the West Ham community. But secondly, it's like when you get included into that, it's your membership fee is pretty much just learn as much as you can.
Yeah. See, I'm actually fondly referred to as the mother of the Dallas group. I'm mother. But I like to think of mother in the 007 old sense of mother, as in M. I am M.
Yeah.
McMullen, mother M.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, well that's what I think. Here you go.
That's fine. That's great. Awesome. Just want to mention real quick, we get Charlie Walsh from Hammers Chat talking.
Does he ever sleep?
Talking shop with Gaz about gaming cards, because basically Gaz, one of our co-hosts, whatever, graphics person, everything else, he's pretty cool. He wants to do a FIFA show, okay? But he can't figure out, without using a game capture card, to get his PS4 on one screen and his computer on the other dual screen and have it like feed. So he's realizing he needs a damn game capture card, which is like a couple $100, man. Oh,
yeah.
So anyway, but we were getting close.
I got that set up right now. I could help.
Really, you want to get involved with that show, man? Yeah, reach out to Gaz. Gaz is the man. Yeah, we'll definitely hook you up.
I can stream sometimes, or not. I can, but I dabble here and there.
Or at least, even still, if you could just explain to him what you got going on too, that'd be awesome. So cool. But he's talking shop with Charlie Walsh right now from Hammers Chat. Love Hammers Chat. Gabe's in the chat room. Neil from Australia is watching. It's morning time over there right now. They're 13 and a half hours away. And we got Cam from Tampa, who actually, I'm sorry, not Tampa anymore. He's in with the Knoxville Hammers now.
That's right. He moved, didn't he?
He moved. Yeah, he was the head guy over Tampa. I hope they're in good hands, Cam. Hope you left them in good hands, man. Wally World's in the chat room. Great to see you back, my man, on a regular basis. I love it. Who else?
PJ.
Is it? Oh, PJ. She
just stepped in.
All right, on. Cool. Yeah,
there you go. Yo.
Oh, and Tebow. Hey, Tebow, my boy from the UK. Right on. Watching. So we have another Just
He
woken
said,
up.
he just woken up. So, well, Lee isn't on, so you won't go to sleep.
Yeah. All right. So let's discuss some right here. So when you first got into West Ham, what were some of the players that you kind of not fell in love with, but like some of the players you were like, you know what, I'm gravitating toward these type of players.
Right off the bat, Mario Zarate. That was my guy.
Really?
I loved him. I
You know,
really loved him.
he got shortchanged, I think.
He did.
I really do.
And you know what the problem is? Bilic. Bilic ruined his career, man.
Yeah, he did. It hurts me too because I'm also a fellow Croatian. So like my love for Bilic is beyond measure. It's to the heavens.
I know, but he count like so many things that he really royally stabbed me in the heart. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. One of my favorite memories of it, doesn't even have to do with Bilic, just being Croatian. During the World Cup, I went to our pub, and I was the only person there. I had my Croatian flag wrapped around me.
Right
Skip was there. Our other mate, Steve Swaby, and I was literally the 1%. And when we beat England, it wasn't hostile, but it was definitely uncomfortable. I was with my mom too. She was.
Yeah.
What did you say when you did what?
What?
What was that you said when you did to England?
When they beat him.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear him anymore.
You got me. I was actually like, what the hell? Yeah, that was
Wayne just, you know, he's a bitter Englishman.
I'm a bitter Englishman. I remember when you beat England. Although the one good thing about that is you got rid of the Wally with the brolly.
Yeah.
McClaren was a useless head coach, and so that was good.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. You know, he did a lot of coaching behind the scenes when he wasn't employed as a manager with West Ham, with the academy, as like a what do you call it? Hired gun type of deal. There's a lot of
McClaren.
Yeah, McClaren.
I heard he was cleaning toilets mostly.
No, he was tight with Tony Carr. And Tony Carr would invite him in. Oh yeah, to run a lot of sessions and stuff like that. Yeah, no, it's bizarre.
Stan McClaren. I never liked him.
I know. All right, so it's not quite the halfway mark, so we'll just let's figure out who. I don't know. What's your favorite? What was some of your favorite matches? Have you ever gone to England yet to watch a match?
No, we're actually is a chapter. We're planning on doing something. One of our guys, his name's Darren. He goes over to Asia a lot, and he keeps telling us if we make top 6, we're gonna have to plan for this Asian tour.
Right on.
We got to prepare for it. But I think we've talked about before on the WhatsApp. We're definitely trying to do something, but I'm not sure if it's in the cards for this year, next year, or something. I don't know, but I really want to go. Really do.
The American Hammers TV Discord app that we got going on. We're planning a London trip in March to watch 2 matches, Arsenal away and Wolves at home. Because I know for a fact that it's scheduled right now for a Saturday, that Arsenal match, but I have a feeling that's going to be pushed to maybe a Monday night.
Yeah.
And that would make it so much easier. So Monday and Saturday or whatever. I really don't think it's going to stay a Saturday game because I think, you know, at that point in the season or even a couple of weeks before that, when they actually make the changes, I think they'll both be so high up the table that they cannot make that a Monday night match. So anyway, I really do think that'll happen. So anyway, there's a whole slew of us. We're working out with the company to hook us up with a deal. There's also 3 7 to 8 bedroom Airbnbs within walking distance to the Olympic Stadium, London Stadium. So
it'll be a flop house.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. You know, at the same time, I mean, there's a company that's also like they're trying to convince to do a hotel, but we're trying to figure out what the numbers would be, as in like people coming over before we can work out the deals. So yeah, but that's a plan, because all this talk about going to watch a match on the TV in Vegas just isn't nearly as appealing as it is to get a whole group of us and go over there and watch a match firsthand and hang out with Hammers Chat and hang out with West Ham Fan TV and hang out with Crossed Hammers and hang out with all those guys. So,
because we were thinking about going to the BPL mornings thing in Boston last year. We were thinking about going up there.
Was hoping you guys were going to be there. There was literally over 100 West Ham shirts. I'm not lying. And Lee, who's the most honest Christian man you'll ever meet, he's also like a realist, and I'm not. I'm like, I tend to go big, big, and he's like, no, let's it's not. There's not that many West Ham fans out there. I'm like, no, there is. And then sure enough, we go there, and he was just like, he's like, there's literally 50 people inside that you need a ticket to get in, and then outside where the Fan Fest stuff is, there was another 50 West Ham shirts. It was crazy. And you know what? Boston Hammers average about 6 to 10, which is bizarre.
Well, the thing is that, the great thing about the Northeast is people do travel from all around to get to things like that.
It could have been. Yeah, could have been. We couldn't, because we were either inside or we were out. You couldn't go back and forth. It was nuts. Once you left the inside, you couldn't go back in. It was ridiculous.
If they had one of those fan fests down here in Dallas, you'd have all of us Dallas Hammers down there. You'd have people traveling up from Austin, from San Antonio, from Houston. You'd have people coming down from both of the Oklahoma groups. You'd have people coming down from Kansas City. You'd have people coming from St. Louis.
There was no New York City Hammers there. It was I was assuming that if anyone, they would have made the 5-hour trip. But
that's the good thing about the Northeast. Or just being on the East in general. Everything is really not as far as it seems away.
Yeah.
Everything is very in distance, unlike the West, where California is 550,000 miles long, and it takes.
Well, actually, I think it's only about 800. So not quite 550,000 miles long, only about 800 miles long. I think they think it's 550,000 miles long because they smoke a lot of weed out there, and they don't walk straight lines. So when they're walking it, they're going like this and like that. So it's for they probably to walk from one end to the other, they have to go 550,000 miles because that's
what it feels like.
They're doing like a crooked line more than likely. So that's probably what that is.
So anybody know where the next Fan Fest is?
I've not heard anything yet. I've not heard anything at all yet. I'm sure we'll hear it. I'll lay any amount of money that next week on that opening game, we'll find out where the next Fan Fest is going to be. Yeah. Or they'll put it out and say, start telling us where you want us to have the Fan Fest. They already know where they're going to have it.
I feel like you'll probably go to the West Coast next.
Probably. I know Denver's petitioning for it. I know they're petitioning for it. And I know there's a couple other groups like Seattle. LA probably is too. I would love to have it in LA. I'd be there in a heartbeat. Yeah. Or, over Vegas any day. But, yeah. So
I think it's going to have to be somewhere like Atlanta. The way football's taken off in Atlanta.
That would be a great spot.
That would be awesome. Jack's down there too. Jack Olsen.
Yeah. I think it would take off down there.
So, yeah, I reached out to him and asked him to hook up with the Atlanta Ironworks down there. And he said, absolutely, hook me up with, whoever to talk to down there. So, and apparently a whole slew of them have already tried reaching out to him on Twitter. So, but he said he'll definitely go to a couple matches. We asked that, they send us some footage. That's speaking of footage. Here we go again. I'm going to be making a post all over our social media pages in the next couple days, obviously before the start of the new season. If you are a UK West Ham supporter that watches the show, please send us your instant post-match reactions, especially if you went to the match. If you went to the match, you come out, put it on your phone, send it to us sort of in an email. It doesn't matter. Send us the video of your instant reaction. Also, all the American West Ham supporters groups out there that are watching, please send us your your pre-match predictions and videos and whatnot. Also, post-match reactions, that would be fine as well. Whatever we get our hands on from you guys, we'll try to put them together and put them out in a video either that day or the following day after the match. So,
and while we're at it, Tim, I mean, we're going to be launching West Ham and Eggs for the first time next week. It's a really early show. And I'm looking for a couple of groups that want to sit outside their bar or be early in their bar around about 6 o'clock, 6:15 in the morning, and actually come on and do StreamYard with me around about 6:15 in the morning for just about 10-15 minutes. So
the reason why you say that is because we cannot do it in a pub while there's tons of music and people and loud commotion, because it doesn't come through. Yeah, it doesn't come through good.
And we've tested it. We've tested it with all sorts of audio equipment. Quite frankly, it comes through so bad that it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good viewing.
It has to be when someone's not around. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so it's halfway point. Let's double check to see if there's any good stuff in the chat room.
A few more tweets. That's for definite.
That's good. I see someone talking about Wawa.
Wawa. Oh gosh, I miss Wawa coffee so badly. I really do miss and subs. I miss the Wawa subs.
My family's from Pennsylvania, so I'm a big Sheets guy. I like Sheets more than
Sheets
Wawa.
there, yeah, dude. Oh, they got Pib. I love Sheets. I went down to West Virginia and stocked up on Pib. I literally went to like a Kroger's and I said, "How many do you have? How many 12-packs do you have of Pib?" And they said, "We have."
On. Charlie, what's 7-Eleven? Charlie, I lived in Harlesden, and we had a 7-Eleven in bloody Harlesden. So don't tell me did they? There's 7-Elevens in England. Did they close down? Because they had 7-Elevens in England when I left England all those years ago. Don't tell me that 7-Elevens closed down.
So I bought all of the 12-packs that they had. They had like 12 packs, and then I asked them to go out back and find more for me, and they didn't. And literally, that was the only place around other than Sheets had them in like the 20-ounce. And there was like 3 different Sheets within like a 20-mile radius, and I went in and grabbed like every 20-ounce to get my hands on, because they don't sell that shit in New England. So
yeah,
anyway.
I gotta get cheese curds every time I go.
Right on. All right, so Hammers Polls time.
Hammers Polls. Oh, blimey, you would say that now, wouldn't you? Because I haven't even brought them up, have I, you wanker?
I got it. Don't worry about it.
You got it?
I got it. All right, so the first question is, okay, so thoughts on our new backup keeper, Roberto. Is he better than Adrian, who is still without a club? Yes or no? Lucas.
Oh, my goodness. I really wish we'd give Martin a chance, because I think Roberto is very poor. Like, I think technically sound, he's not bad, but I think he just has awful positioning. Like
Fabianski.
Just terrible positioning. But, like, besides that aspect, like, he's just I would say he's probably below average. But he's a free, so, like, you can't really expect too much, you know?
What can one say? What can one say? I don't know other than Adrian.
Yeah.
This Roberto guy, he just.
I know. I mean, he had some good feedback. I mean, I don't know. People.
I don't like him. I just don't like him.
Reputation coming in and whatever. David Martin, like you were saying, Lucas, I think we should definitely give him a chance. I guess what sucks is that, Adrian, he won a first team football. That's the thing. He really deserves that, though. I mean, I don't understand why he didn't sign with the championship.
Nobody's even signing the poor.
Why isn't he in West Brom? Oh, that's why. Because Bilic hated him too. Bilic couldn't fucking, you know what I'm saying? He played Joe Hart, played all these other people, Darren Randolph, and so on. So anyway.
This is what I think. This is what I think of Roberto.
Jesus Christ. You were right. Those sound effects are addicting, aren't they, Wayne?
They are, aren't they? They're wonderful.
So
really are.
No, I think we definitely we should have kept them, right? But at the same time, I mean, who knows? What I was saying, I guess in the off season, Yeah, the offseason, this whole preseason, really. Even the beginning of the whole preseason, I was saying that I just got this weird feeling that Fabianski is gonna,
Get injured.
Man, he played almost every single game last year, and it's just I get this weird gut feeling, and sure enough, like he's got a little groin thing, and it's probably nothing serious, but at the same time, Adrian should have stuck around.
Yeah, I wish too. I got very annoyed with him towards the latter part of his tenure, but now just watching Roberto, I mean, Jesus Christ.
So here comes Roberto. Here he is.
God, Roberto.
It's Roberto, the goalie.
Oh, God.
Should have gotten Darren Randolph back or something.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, anything's better than Roberto. I was hoping that Roberto would have been good because I just had this feeling that Fabianski was going to get hurt and we were going to get stuck with Roberto, and Roberto was going to end up saving our season and so on. But apparently that didn't work out. Now the next question I'm going to have to skip because
why?
Because we've been getting a lot of shit on Twitter from a question that Gaz came up with on one of our recent shows.
Why?
I'll just read it. Let's do it.
We like the shit.
I mean, if you could punch one previous West Ham manager in the face, who would it be? Glenn Rader,
let's see.
Lou Macari, Sam Allardyce, or David Moyes?
Well,
really?
For me,
there's no Adam Grant in that. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, for me, it'd just be easy because, I mean, I've only dealt with one frustrating manager, and that'd be, Bilic, I guess, was frustrating to some other people, but
you know me. You know me.
David Moyes, that's easy. I would love to punch that dude in the face.
I would love to punch Steven Pienaar in the face. That's the one that.
But it has to be one of those three, though, right?
4. Well, I wouldn't punch Sam. Sam would eat me, man.
I wouldn't punch Sam. He'd think it was a meat pie coming at him and he'd swallow it.
That's what I'm saying.
He'd be like, what's that? Oh, it looks like a meat pie. Oh, I punched David Moyes just for the whole frigging mess over what's-his-face, Hugel. Because that was a complete travesty.
What a shit situation.
I'd punch him just for that.
Yeah.
Well, Hugel scored for QPR on Saturday.
Yeah, but he scored for
first match.
QPR.
1 game, 1 goal. That's a great ratio.
He scored for QPR.
Hey, Conte couldn't score for QPR when he went on loan.
Yeah.
So it was going up on him. Anyway, I'm just fucking with everybody. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Someone. What is it? What's it? Oh, Charlie Walsh is a massive Hugel fan, so he's in there.
I'm a Hugel fan too, but not to an extent. I did want to see him. I did want to see him get a chance though.
Yeah.
Just 5 games, just some cup games.
He had a chance for the under 23s and he didn't prove himself. He had a chance. He had a chance for the under 23s. He didn't impress anyone. That was his chance.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie.
Well, he did well in the reserves. He definitely did. Reserves, the under 23s, whatever. He did. He scored a couple goals.
Yeah.
But whatever. Next one is Yarmolenko. Will Yarmolenko start many games this season? Yes or no?
Yes. You said any games or how many?
Many.
Sorry, many.
Yeah. I'd be
You
shocked.
think so? You think so? So here's the thing. We don't know what's in Pellegrini's head, but he does like Antonio, and that's kind of the same position, right?
Yeah,
they kind of play the same position. That's tough. With both of them fit, and if we're not unloading Antonio, and if Yarmolenko's fit, I mean, I would say I personally would have Yarmolenko play every single match. Absolutely. I mean, he's just a whole another class. He's technical versus Rosie and bullish and sloppy, So I don't know. I would say, I'd say, I don't know. Many? No.
No. Yeah. No. I'll give him a handful, maybe. Handful of starts.
I'd say it depends on injuries.
Yeah.
Depends on injuries. Depends on if
and on how he comes back from that injury. That's a tough injury to come back from
correct.
at his age.
Yeah, because who knows if he's even going to start the season? You know what I mean? With that injury, like if he's still not 100% fully fit, because he's been looking exhausted. Like he's been looking like
but
heavy.
even when he first came to us, he looked like he'd done a pack of fags before he'd even gone out on the pitch.
That's true.
He looked exhausted walking up from the tunnel.
No, that's true. That's true. But I mean, if he does start the season and he does perform and he goes about 5-6 games and just knocks it out of the park and stays fit, then why not sell Antonio in the January window?
When you really think about it, I've thought about this ever since we got Fornals and Haller. Like when you really think about our starting 11 and then our bench, we have a lot of guys that could start, and then if they don't start, they'd be tremendous super subs. Like Antonio, if you start Yarmolenko and then just bring in Antonio in the 60th minute, 70th minute, and just let him run rapid.
Well, he just messes up with the defenses don't like him because he's just so unpredictable.
Well, Gaz in the chat room makes a good point. I mean, this is what he says. He says no, first and foremost. He's not going to play many games, and this is why.
That's
the main reason. There. I'm saying so. Yeah. I know you're right. You're right, Gaz. I keep forgetting, and you got Wilshire and Rice in the midfield. I mean, behind those guys, there's no need really. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, same with Lanzini and Fornals. Like me personally, what I like both of them to start. Hell yeah, because I want to see us attack. I want to see us score some goals. But just think about if Lanzini or Fornals came off the bench. That would we got a plethora of great midfielders that would be good if they start or come off the bench. So for me, it's a win-win.
I would love to see us, and this is absolutely crazy because everything that comes out of my mouth is like, 50% just what the fuck is he saying? I would love to see Diop, Ogbonna, Balbuena. No, left back, right back, none of that shit. Just
three in the back.
Get them out, and then Rice, and then with all the other guys, and add the extra attacker with Yarmolenko. With that attack, I mean, let's win every match 5-3.
Seriously, I mean, what Charlie's saying here is actually true. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have got something that we haven't seen in such a bloody long time.
I've never seen it.
Seriously, I mean, and when you think that you could bring either Antonio or Yarmolenko in off the bench, either one of them, or a Snodgrass in off the bench.
But that's the thing. So
each one of them offers something completely, utterly different.
And then again, with like Fornals and Lanzini, if one of them doesn't start, like that's incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we were able to keep everyone fit in a perfect world, I mean, I would love to just see all the attack, like you're saying, because there's a couple of people in the chat room are saying, well, what about, don't start them all and just do like squad rotation. I'm like, but no, I mean, but at the same time, I'm like, well, we still, like you said, Wayne, we still have Antonio, we have Snodgrass in the situation here, and Noble, who they can be the backups.
Seriously,
just put all our stars on the pitch, right?
We've got a lot of different ways we can go about it. Like me personally, I'm a huge Mark Noble guy. I genuinely think when he's not in the starting 11, we just like our system is just shit. Like nothing seems to go right. But like I would still like to see Mark Noble start and then come off in like the 60th minute for like Wilshire or Fornals maybe, or Lanzini if they're not starting. But
I thought the way Wilshire's playing, I'd like to see Wilshire. As long as he's fit and healthy, the man is playing like an England player.
If he could step up and like lead the 11, he could definitely start.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't mind.
I just predict they're going to be cautious. I think once the season actually hits, I think he's going to Wilshire's going to be the one that gets 60 minutes.
Yeah,
he's going to get 60 minutes. He's going to give it all for 60 minutes, and then. Then Noble will come in and give us a solid 30.
I mean
plus.
that goal on Saturday from Walsh, I mean, just threaded the needle. I mean, boom, straight through there. And I mean, just to see more of that sort of action from Wilson, which is what he is capable of.
And that just goes back
just
to
incredible.
Our players on the bench. I mean, our midfield options are insanely amazing. I think we have some of the best midfield options in the Premier League. Underrated.
Yeah. I mean, where do you think? I mean, I know it's pre-season. You can't really go by anything by pre-season. And quite frankly, the first game against Manchester City, you can't measure anything against that because Manchester City are just so far ahead of everybody. They really are. But I mean, I can see it. I can see us contending for top 6, and I think with the way Chelsea and Arsenal are looking, I could quite honestly see us contending for top 4.
I think we're going to hit 3rd. I really do.
I would love to. I mean,
if everybody stays fit, I mean that's the realistic option. But the realistic option is that they're not going to stay fit. I mean, in reality, they're not. But if they were going to stay fit, I would say
our biggest enemy.
3rd easy.
Yeah. We need the sort of season that Leicester had those couple of seasons ago.
Either way,
where everybody stayed fit for them.
And it's possible. Going into Man City, do we think that Fabianski's going to be ready? Is he going to be ready for the match?
I think knows. We've got a week, right?
So if he's going to be ready, then and we have our best lineup out there, I think we can easily get a result.
In my fantasy team, he has to be ready.
Me too. Me too.
I can't play fantasy. I just can't do it. It just doesn't work for me. It's like number one, I don't have enough hours in the day to care about another team's players. Never mind my own.
I'll do it, but then I'll forget. I mean,
I just can't do it.
Exactly. I've done it once before, and I'm only doing it this year because Alex from Mississippi said, "Hey, let's do it and then make a show about it." I'm like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Yeah. I mean that's good. We turned out a couple of years ago, and actually Adam, who's doing the podcast with us, said a couple of years ago, and he was talking about something. He's like, "Oh, I don't mind because he's on my fantasy team," and we're like, "Shut the fuck up." I don't care if he's on your fantasy team. I want him to have his leg broken right now, and I can't remember who the player was. But I want his leg broken, and that's it. End of story. So,
Tebow says he wants 6th place in both cups, and I'd be happy with that. Obviously, definitely 6th place in both cups.
I want 4th place in both cups.
Why can't we win the league in both cups?
Because we can't win our own cup.
Yeah, but let's have a cup that's worth.
That's the past. But that's the past.
Let's have a cup that's worth winning. I mean, the Betway Cup. Come on.
The future's in front of us. We can
wake
just
up
one game at a time.
I'd rather have this cup than the Betway.
One match at a time. Let's Bill Belichick it, man. Let's do some Spygate and win every match.
I'm definitely down for some Spygate.
You're right. Let's do it. Fuck it. I mean, why not? I mean, like you said, guys, I really do think that Arsenal is gonna probably be. Out of all the teams up there, besides actually Man City, I think they'll probably be closest to staying in the top. I think that Chelsea's going to slip way down. I think they're going to probably end up 8th.
Arsenal didn't get Pepe, I honestly.
Oh, I thought they were out. Yeah, I thought they were done.
Okay, so look, this is Arsenal, and this is us coming up for Arsenal. Hello, Arsenal. We're driving a big friggin' red bus and we're driving right past them.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it, man. So this is the year, man. This is the year. We're gonna win.
We're gonna do
something.
We're gonna have a good year.
Just win them all.
And Chelsea, guess what Chelsea are gonna be doing? Calling it in from the telephone box.
Phoning it in. Yeah.
Phoning it in. Oh, sorry, Mr. Abramovich. We can't seem to score anything this week. We spent all this money on this lovely American chap, but he doesn't seem to be getting the hang of the Premier League. So sorry.
Frank can't even fit into that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Big fat Frank, big fat Frank, big fat Frankie Lampard.
I can't wait.
10 men couldn't carry Lampard. 10 men, 9 men, 8 men, 7 men, 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, 3 men, 2 men, 1 man, add a forklift truck. Couldn't carry Lampard.
I love it, man. We should, we should definitely do that every single episode. We should have a Wayne's sing-song moment.
There you go. There you go.
We should pre-record it too, so the ones that you can't make it will still do it because you don't want to hear me Lee saying. So,
Uh-oh.
Speaking of chance, when we had that fan fest in DC, I wanted to say it while you guys were talking about it, but when we went and we played Manchester United again, probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite West Ham moment is DC Irons in DC for fan fest, and just absolutely because we were manhandled by Man U fans. Like
you made them look completely pathetic. That was brilliant.
It was amazing,
That
and
was awesome.
they had to have some of the weakest and strangest chants and songs I've ever heard. And like it just
glory, Man United. Yeah, that one. Fucking.
It was awful.
Man United.
Like
it's better than Yellow Submarine, dude. That's why I will never go to another MLS match. I'm sorry, I will, but I won't pay to go because I don't want to waste my money on Yellow. I can't stand that, man. We only know one song in America, and that is Yellow Submarine. That's all there is to it. Every person in every club, they have a Yellow Submarine song for them, and they butchered it for me.
The only problem I have, and I'm going to piss off every American right now, is like when your national team wins something, you can do something more than USA. USA.
Yeah, that is so. Yeah.
Fair.
USA.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah.
That's all we do in return to that is you are
that was disappointing.
Boring. You are boring.
That was disappointing to see the scenes from the Women's World Cup, and that's all they were doing is chanting USA. That
sounds so boring.
It's very bland and generic and whatever. But they played well. Congrats to them. So on. So anyway, speaking of women. The West Ham women's season is going to be cracking away soon anyway. And
left, right, and center.
Allie is going to be doing some of these shows with other season ticket holders over there in the UK for American Hammers TV so that you can be informed pre, post-match, whatever. She's going to be doing some of those shows for the channel. So that'll be fantastic. So we can keep up to date as the season goes along versus just jumping in when they are in the cup run for the FA Cup. So it'll be great to follow, the new season, the whole season.
It would be just as great not to.
Huh?
It would be just as great not to.
No, but it'll be good, man. We're telling you with was there Galabadaraki?
Yeah, Galabadaraki.
Galabadaraki. And there's 3 others I can't pronounce. They just signed.
Totally sexist. Yes, I am.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm gonna put you back with Gaz, man.
I'm 55. I'm too old. Yeah. I'm too old to learn. Too old to learn. I'm way too old to learn. Hey, is it time for our 10 questions?
It's time for 10 questions.
Because there's 11 of them.
Well, sure. No, it's just the rapid fire questions. It's not 10.
Rapid fire. I don't know yet. I don't know. Oh, did you see what I did when I was on with Lee the other day? He goes, let's do the 10 questions, and he started explaining to our guest all about it, and I just muted him.
Yeah, and you're like, do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do this? Yeah.
Yeah. I just muted him. I had fun with it.
He's like, well, I came up with the questions. Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it. I came up with the questions. I'll do it. Let me just explain to you what the questions are, and I muted him. So the important thing is just don't think about it, Lucas. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow, mate. All right, you ready?
I barely think. So
good. Then we are going to get on absolutely perfectly well, mate. So here we go. First question number 1 to Lucas from DC Irons: meat pie or apple pie?
Meat pie.
Yeah, there you go. Right, Tim? There you go.
See?
And an Englishman last week said apple pie.
Correct.
I'm not a big apple pie guy.
Now, there you go. Who is your favourite current West Ham player?
Oh, right now, Allaire.
Yeah.
Very good.
He's been so much fun to watch. It's unreal.
Yes,
we don't deserve him. We really don't.
Yes, we bloody well do. We've suffered enough.
We finally do. Yes. No,
we deserve him. We deserve him. We deserve him to score at least 20 goals this year. Okay.
20 goals.
Who frustrates you the most in the current West Ham squad?
Besides Carlos Sanchez, that's just an easy one. You know, I really when Jack Wilshere last year when he was playing, at the pub I would call him a defensive attacking midfielder because I swear he never went forward last year.
He did, and I think he was running scared last year.
Yeah. So
right.
I would have probably won Jack Wilshere.
Okay. Okay, I've changed this up a little bit, Tim. FA Cup or top 4 finish?
Ooh. I would love to see us win an FA Cup, really, but Champions League football, that's hard to pass up, you know? Screw it. I want to see us win an FA Cup. I want to see us win one.
It's a tough one. It makes it harder to make that decision, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because when it's FA Cup or top 6 finish, it's like, FA Cup is definitely. Do we really want to go to Kurdistan or something?
Yeah, our squad right now in Champions League, like that might just be a waste of time. Let's win an FA Cup.
So FA Cup is automatic Champions League. Right. League Cup is automatic Europa, right? Yeah.
No, it's the other way around.
No. Don't fuck with me now. I know it's late and I haven't had Strawberry Crop coffee in like a month and a half, so I'm kind of
Don't fuck with me, all right? Don't mess with my boss.
Listen, I'll sick Andy Carroll.
There's brains in this skull, David. There's brains in this skull, and I'm turning bright red now.
Pick her nose. I'm picking Andy Carroll's nose right now.
You are? I'm scratching me nuts, actually.
Oh,
okay.
And there's Czech Coyote, Mr. Crystal Palace. Right here. Anyway.
He looks very dark there. Okay.
Special dark.
Okay, back to Lucas. Lucas, what about West Ham do you love?
Unity.
Very nice.
Unity, family, those are the good ones. Yeah, loyalty. Yes,
that's lovely. That's lovely. What about West Ham do you hate?
Money.
Would you mean like the lack of it?
Like, I just hate the aspect of West Ham and money. We're just so shit with it. We can barely spend it, let alone someone give it to us,
I gotcha. Yeah. Now, this next question doesn't necessarily have to be West Ham, but it can be related to West Ham if you so wish. What sound makes you happy?
A goal off the post.
There you go.
We'll do that.
Did you say a girl off the post?
Posted up a girl.
Oh, a goal off the post. Okay, sorry.
There's females in the chat.
Okay.
So, please.
Well,
all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, we just want to mention, hold on one second. We want to mention that your buddy Ray Borum just popped in the chat room.
Oh, well, hey, Ray, how's it going, mate?
It's a little late, too, for him, too.
Seriously.
He just closed up the bar. Yeah.
He probably just closed the bar and he's popping in. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, Lucas. What is your favorite curse word?
Ooh.
Look how he lit up on that one.
I love cursing. I curse in like every sentence. Probably fuck. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, you even smiled when you said it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then. So, what team do you fucking love to beat?
Oh man, it's hard not.
There's no wrong answer to this one.
Yeah, I don't.
Preference. Yeah.
Tottenham is easily number one because not only are they just absolute bellends, but that's like one team in America that everyone goes to that I fucking hate. Like where I work in Arlington, and all I see are people wearing Spurs stuff, and it just gets me so pissed off. Same in DC too. It's like
it's this year's like jump on the...
In general, I just hate the gravitation towards top 4, top 6 teams when it comes to Americans. I hate that more than anything. That's why I hate every single top 6 team.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of us out there, I know, and we're trying to unearth all of them. West Ham supporters, like the normal, not normal, but like we're all fucking crazy.
If you have a reason, if you have a real passion or reason for supporting a team like that, like by all means, go and do it. I respect.
They don't love their club like we love our club.
They don't love them.
They
just love winning.
fact that they're Tottenham.
Exactly.
They don't love the club. Yeah.
They love winning.
They don't love each other. They don't love the club. You know, I mean, they just love. Yeah, they're right.
Like how many of
Yeah.
the Manchester United fans that go to the fan fest, they don't know each other. They don't love each other.
No.
That's like that's the thing with West Ham, you know, like the connections we got going on right now, like exactly what we're doing, like this is gonna last for a long time.
True.
Like,
okay. Now this is supposed to be a quick fire, and Lee's going to give me a hard time because I'm not doing quick fire. Name a player, past or present day, that epitomizes West Ham United.
I want to be like original, but I really feel like Paolo Di Canio. That's a West Ham player.
Yeah.
A real bastard, quality, passion, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all we fucking ask for. Play with some goddamn passion.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be the best. Just play your nuts off. That's it.
And that's why everybody loves Antonio. You know what I mean? That's why everybody loves Snodgrass, you know, even though they're not the best players we have.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just get it. They just get it. They put in 100%, and that's what's important.
I've gotten pissed off at Snoddy so many fucking times.
Yeah.
But like he always makes up for it with one simple solution that doesn't take a lot of work, and that's just effort.
Yeah.
Just play hard.
I love the man.
I wish he could be like a designated crosser, man. That would be my favorite. You know, just get him on the pitch, just to do crosses, man. He's fantastic.
He's been incredible. He has been incredible. Final question for you, mate. Here you go. If you could take a time machine back to experience anything to do with West Ham United, where would you go?
Man, I would say the 1980 FA Cup, but I would have loved to be in that last game at Upton Park.
Yeah.
I've seriously been thinking about getting like a full portrait tattoo on my back of Winston Reed scoring that header.
Yeah.
Like that, I will never forget where I was when that happened. I was in college at the time. Like I said, I'm only 24, so previously removed. I was working at my college's school store. And of course, the game was on a Wednesday, wasn't it?
No, it was on the weekend.
Oh, it was? I don't know why
it
was on Wednesday, but I was working, of course, when it was going on, and I completely stopped work. Like, I hated that fucking place. So I completely just stopped working. I went to the back where we had like 2 computers. I was like working on some textbooks or something, like putting them away. Pulled it up on the computer. I completely stopped what I was doing and I watched it. And when I saw everything go down, like I almost like walked out of work. I still had like 4 or 5 hours to work. I just wanted to walk out and just go run around campus, just screaming my heart out.
That was one of the most amazing wins I've ever experienced in my life. And I wasn't at the match. I was in the pub with mates, and just to win that game against Manchester United, who I love beating, was just the most incredible experience. Just with great friends.
I'll never forget that commentary too. The 2-1 down, 3-2 up. It's meant to be. It's surely meant to be in claret and blue.
Yeah,
that still gives me fucking goosebumps, man.
I'm dying over here. You know, I mean that's definitely one of the most. You're right. I would love to have revisited that as well. And I don't want to take anything away from you, but if you take Winston Reed out of that fucking game, we would have won 2-0.
You wanker.
No, it's true.
It's true. It's true.
Burned.
It's true.
He got burned by Martial, who scored those 2 goals.
It's true.
If you watch the highlights of that game, it's Winston Reed going, oh, God, there he goes.
It's so true.
And both goals. And then he redeemed himself. But again, if he didn't put us in that situation, it wouldn't have been so magical. So he did it to himself, and good for him. But I will not forget that. And the fact that he's one of the reasons why Tompkins isn't here anymore. And now look at him. He's been sitting on the bench all these years. And Or
One
the-
guy I
the-
wish I never got away. James Tompkins, easily.
Sorry. So drink, guys. I just thought you might want one last drink. In the chat room. There.
That was great. That was great hold up play by you to hold that in. That was great hold up.
That was perfect timing. Perfect timing. How long have you been holding that in? Because we've had a couple of people say that.
Say what?
Actually, nobody's actually mentioned Reedy. How much in that? But it is funny because I mean I've gone back and I've watched that game a couple of times. And,
No, that's the thing. I mentioned it last episode that I was on because I said, listen, I literally just watched that game over again. I literally did. And I'm like, wait a minute. Reed is the reason why we gave up those 2 goals. Like clear as day. He got burned by Martial.
But we all know that's the West Ham way. That's how it's supposed to happen.
But he gave us an incredible game. How much better was it to win that game 3-2 rather than to win it 2-0?
I know. I'm just
Manchester United
throwing out some points that I'm not serious or whatever.
What an incredible match. I mean, it just was incredible.
I know. That's why I said I didn't mean to take it away, from him. Because he was all like, "Oh man, it was so amazing that goal." I'm like, "Yeah, but
a number of us were talking before that match about just getting on a flight and going over for it, and a bunch of times I thought, oh, maybe we should have done that. But you know what, I have some of the greatest friends I've ever made from the Dallas Hammers that I'm friends with now, who really feel like family. And if I couldn't spend it back at the Boleyn or back at Upton Park, because it was really Upton Park to me.
Speaking of that, shout out to Skip. He flew home for that game.
Yeah.
And that I can't even imagine how much a ticket would have even costed. Even like if you were to ask somebody like how much for that ticket, like
they wouldn't have given it up. There's no way. You wouldn't have got a ticket for it. You would not have got a ticket for it. You would have been watching it in the street. You would have been standing outside the pub listening to it on the radio.
I've been trying to get him on the show for months, dude. And first of all, Costia stepped in and was like, "No, I wanted it." And then I recently reached out to Steve too, skipping, and he's like, "Oh, I'm away," or "Oh, I'm away." So I'm trying, man. Steve, I really want to get you on the show. I know you're watching. I see you in the chat room, obviously. So
he's got some great stories. He's definitely entertaining.
Exactly. I know. And, I would love to have him on the show. So anyway, it was a pleasure having you on the show tonight, Lucas. Seriously, we had a blast.
It really was, mate.
I appreciate it. It was great to be on.
Definitely.
So if you want to, get involved in the future with the show, with the channel, with the, either the video or the podcast or whatever, or the FIFA or whatever you want to do, you're more than welcome. We had a blast with you, and I think you'd be a good fit for the crew. So
I'm down to I'm down to help out and talk some shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good for helping and talking shit.
Cool, awesome. I just want to say, Ray's leaving, so see you later, Ray. Neil, I want to thank everybody in the chat room real quick before we leave.
Look who's in the chat room.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. Yeah. Gaz, obviously, trying to tell me that it wasn't Reed on both goals. It was Noble, but actually Noble's mistake led to Reed's mistake. So rewatch it again, Gaz, please. And I'll send it to you. And what else we got in here? PJ was in there earlier. I know all those people were in there earlier, so I'm probably not going to mention because it doesn't look like they're in there anymore. But Gabe and Wally and the whole 9 yards. Listen, we really appreciate all of you popping in the chat room. If you're watching this pre-recorded episode.
Final question for you, Tim.
What's deeper, the Grand Canyon or Tim's? He's trying to build That's the best question I've ever heard. That's I don't know, man. They're both so deep.
The canyon's pretty deep, my friend.
They're both so deep. I'd say it's a tie. It's a tie. But yeah, that's a good one. PJ. So anyway, Tebow, thanks, man. All right, so the next episode is, hopefully tomorrow night. I know, what's his name? Scott Davis said that he was going to try to find someone to fill in for him on the nights that it's the next 2 Mondays. He's not going to be around. He's traveling. But I know for a fact that every single Tuesday night from here to the end of the season, we're going to be doing the West Ham Fantasy. Yeah, there you go. Fantasy Premier League show, the AHTV Fantasy Premier League show. Wednesday, we have Bradley Holland from Littering and. I don't remember. Bradley Holland. Oh, NOLA. New Orleans, Louisiana. So if you guys are on Twitter, the guy who calls himself New Orleans Hammer, he's going to be on the show Wednesday. And then Ryan from, I forgot where he's from. Ryan, some dude named Ryan from Twitter is going to be on the show. West Coast, I know that. I don't know if it's Washington State. Oh, Seattle is in Washington. I don't know. It could be Olympia, Tacoma, who knows? Portland, somewhere around there. Anyway, that'll be a good show. And then next Sunday, we have a couple of big ones. We have Hammers Brazil, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And Zach Andrucci from Wisconsin. First Wisconsin guy that we've had on the show. So that'll be fun. So anyway.
Have you had anyone from Wisconsin before?
Never. No. We've had Minneapolis. We've had, that's about it. Chicago, a couple, so should be good. Lots of good stuff. Oh, PJ, we got someone from Kansas City. I know you're from Kansas City. We got someone from Kansas City coming on sometime. Yeah, there we go. The 15th of August, we have Joss from Kansas City, who's on Twitter. And on the 14th, that Wednesday, we have Johnny Townsend from San Diego. We tried to have him on earlier, couldn't do it. On the 18th, which is the following Sunday, we got Matt Etherington, former West Ham player, legend guy. And
that's going to be incredible.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, can't wait. And then Andy from, I don't know, I forgot. I didn't write it down. I'm sorry. So anyway, please, T-shirts, bonfire.com/AHTV-2 and bonfire.com/AHTVOLAS. And then scarves. Go to AmericanHammersTV.us. Order some scarves. There's less than 40 left. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's it. So.
And please go to Twitter and follow us, West Ham Drunks. West Ham is why I drink.
Yes, and they're on Instagram and everything else too. So
yeah, everywhere.
We're all everywhere. And then be on the lookout for the podcasts. Also, lastly, what it says right here, like and subscribe, spread the word, share our videos in different West Ham groups. If you guys are in West Ham groups all over the place, share our videos there, please, and spread the word. The big thing is subscribe, because once we hit 1,000 subscribers, which we're like 741 right now, or something like that, we're going to do something special for some random people and do some giveaways and good stuff. So anyway, thanks. Have a great night. Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the air. Oh, so end it, will you, Tim?